Meeting Cezanne by Micheal Morpugo. Flipping through his mother's book, a young Yannick admires the paintings of Provence by the master painter Cezanne. One summer, Yannick goes to Provence, occasionally helping his uncle run his inn. My cousin Amandine told me that a famous man was coming to dine with some friends. When I asked what he was famous for, she didn't reply and hurried me along. After the man and his guests left, I pulled the paper tablecloth off, scrunched it, and threw it into the fire as usual. Suddenly, Amandine shouted, "You fool!" and hurried to retrieve it. That man leaves a drawing on the tablecloth as a tip. He's the most famous painter in the world, idiot! She was in tears now, for she couldn't save the paper from burning. Uncle Bruno came striding. "Papa," she cried, "Yannick threw the drawing!" Uncle Bruno asked, "Did Yannick know who he was or why he left a sketch?" She nodded. "Then you should say sorry to Yannick." Uncle Bruno put his arm around me. "Never mind, Yannick," he said. He particularly liked the crème brûlée you made. So the drawing was made for you, really. Always look on the bright side. For a moment, you held a drawing that was made for you by the greatest painter in the world. That night, I saw Amandine crying, and I wanted to make things right. The next morning, I climbed the gates of the chateau, and there was the old man sketching. "Are you Monsieur Cezanne?" I asked. "My mother says you're the greatest painter in the world." He seemed a little puzzled and then laughed. I explained why I had come. He said, "Of course, I'll draw another picture for Bruno. What would he like? Better still, what would you like?" I asked, "Can you do boats?" "I'll try," he replied with a smile. As he drew, he asked me about where I'd seen sailing boats, about where I lived in Paris. He said he loved Paris and sailing boats too. In the finished painting, there were 4 sailing boats racing over the sea, out and beyond the lighthouse, just as I'd seen them in Brittany, but he signed it Picasso. "I thought your name was Cezanne," I said. "How I wish it was," he said sadly.